Very good evening, students. Yesterday I explained about the concept of performance appraisal, introduction, importance, and trends. Today I would like to explain about various traditional and modern techniques of performance appraisal. What is the need to evaluate the performance of an employee with respect to traditional and modern techniques means the application of performance appraisal. I already explained it to yesterday. The application of performance appraisal is different from company to company and country to country and sector to sector. That's why various companies are adopting various techniques. Some companies are adopting traditional techniques and some companies are adopting uh, modern techniques depending upon the size and scale of the company's operations. While coming to traditional techniques, some of the important traditional techniques are graphical rating scale method. It is also called as linear rating scale, and the second one is forced checklist method. Third one is forced distribution method. Next one is critical incident method, and last one is ranking method. These are the few important performance appraisal techniques in traditional area. While coming to modern performance appraisal techniques, the first one is 360-degree appraisal. Second one is assessment centers. Third one is BARS method, behaviorally anchored rating scale. And next one is customer feedback method. And the last one is human resource appraisal method, human resource cost accounting method. And last one is human resource cost accounting method, 360 degrees method, BARS method, and last one is management by objectives method. It is very important method. While coming to traditional techniques of performance appraisal, the first one is graphic rating scale. In this, the employee performance can be rating as poor, extraordinary, average, and good. These are the four parameters which can be taken into consideration while evaluating the performance of an employee. It is very easy and very simple to evaluate the performance just by putting a tick mark on the graphic rating scale, and we can easily measure the performance of an employee with the help of graphic rating scale. And second one is forced checklist method. In this forced checklist method, the name itself suggesting that forced check. That means the rater has given a statements called positive statements and negative statements of employee performance. Here, the most important and most unfavorable situations of employee and most favorable and most unfavorable employee movements in the organization can be rated down by the immediate superior. In that way, he is going to mark his performance. Third one is forced distribution method. Forced distribution method is just like a bell-shaped curve. It was divided into three parts: average, excellent, and poor. Poor performance, average performance, and excellent performance. With the help of this normal distribution bell-shaped curve, this bell-shaped curve divided into three parts. First part is poor, second part is average, and third one is excellent performance. In this way, we can rate the employees under forced distribution method. While coming to critical incident method, it is one of the most important method in traditional techniques. Critical incident method is nothing but the most important and critical incidents. That means most favorable incidents and most unfavorable incidents and work performance of an employee can be taken into consideration, and each and every critical incident was numerically anchored against the rating scale, and in this way we can measure the performance of an employee. These are the few important techniques under performance appraisal in traditional area. While coming to modern performance appraisal technique, the first one is management by objectives. It is very important. It was developed by Peter F. Drucker in the year 1954 in this book called Practice of Management. While coming to management by objectives, the immediate superior and the employee, they themselves put goals. Okay, for example, if the achievement and the target task is within 6 months, the immediate superior and the employee has to plan themselves before going to achieve the target within 6 months. They will complete the task within 4 months. With the help of this management by objectives, they will set the predetermined targets. Okay, it is called management by objectives technique. And the next one is assessment centers. While coming to these assessment centers, generally assessment center can be done by most of the government sectors. People who are going to occupy top positions in the organization, this assessment center technique will very much useful to the government sector employees, while some of the major private sector managements also practicing the same concept called assessment centers. And the next one is 360-degree assessment or 360-degree appraisal. In this, the immediate superior can take the performance of an employee from all sides like customers, stakeholders, general public, financial institutions. That means it is a holistic survey. They will get information from all the sides. It is called 360-degree performance appraisal. While coming to human resource cost accounting method means, for every organization, human resource is an asset as well as human resource is cost. Why? Because the organization has to recruit the employee, they has to train them, the organization has to induct into the organization has to introduce the employees into the department. Each and every practice will lead some cost. It is an economic cost. It is a great burden to the organization. While coming to one recent survey, 60% of companies' resources, 60% of companies are spending their substantial portion of money only on training and development. By this, we can clearly understand that companies are spending crores of rupees only on training and development of human resources. That's why the company is spending more on human resources, and simultaneously the company is expecting from the human resources. That means human resources are the most valuable assets of the organization. Okay, that is the reason human resources is always at cost center. The companies, they have to convert that cost center into profit center. That is the reason it is called human resource cost accounting method. And the next one is BARS method, behaviorally anchored rating scale. This means it is a combination of graphic rating scale and critical incident technique. I already explained earlier the most favorable performances, the most unfavorable performances of an employee was taken into consideration, was put on the scale. That means 5 to 9 points, extremely good, extremely bad, satisfactory, unsatisfactory, average, poor, and all these parameters are taken into consideration, and all was considered into marked as ratings and anchored against those parameters into rankings, and finally they will assess the performance of an employee with the help of most favorable and unfavorable ratings, and finally they will assess each and every employee with the help of this BARS method. These are the most important traditional and modern techniques of performance appraisal system. Tomorrow I will explain about compensation, factors of compensation and types of compensation. Thank you.